What is up, everybody? RippingLotus here, and today I'm going to be doing a bit of a different video. Well, today and the next couple of days I'm going to be doing kind of informative videos, and basically I'm going to be going over all of the types and what their jutsus are. Today is going to be attack types, followed by range types tomorrow, then heal types, then defense types, and I'm just going to go over all of the characters and what their jutsus are, including the custom created characters starting ninjutsu that we have confirmed. And basically this is for those who may not be Naruto savvy and know what the jutsus are or what they really do. And basically I'm going to be going over all of that information, or for those who may not have been, fully sold on Shinobi Strikers and are now interested, I'm going to be going into those things and letting them know what is what. And I'm going to go ahead and kick it off with Naruto Uzumaki because, like I said, today is for attack types, and let's go ahead and dive right into it. Now, Naruto's ultimate jutsu is called the Odama Rasengan, also known as the Giant Rasengan in the dub, and the description for it says it is a technique that forms a huge spiral circle and releases it onto a target. The range is somewhat short, but the recharge rate is fast. Now, in the beta, the hit detection for this was a bit off, it seeming like the only part that did damage was the front half of the Rasengan. Hopefully that is something that they fix by release, so this will be a valuable jutsu that people can put on their custom created characters. Now for his first ninjutsu, it is the Rasengan, a technique of compressing chaotic rotating chakra. Hitting an enemy blows them away. Now if you played the last two betas, this was a jutsu that was there. I'm not sure if it was in the first beta or not, but basically you hold the Rasengan, you charge it, and you get to hold it for as long as you want to and release it when you're ready. So if you're waiting for an opponent to come up the ledge or come around that corner, you can hold it until they do and let it go. You'll run forward, you'll hit the opponent, and you'll blow them away. Even if they block it, you will still knock them back a fair distance. So it is a valuable jutsu for relieving pressure in group fights, or just if you want to try to knock them back into a wall and get their heart knocked down into a pit. It is a valuable selection. And we're going to move it right into his second ninjutsu, which is the Rasen Shuriken. Throw a high revolution, high density chakra, which is netted up like a huge shuriken towards the target. Basically, this is Naruto's wind style infusion into the Rasengan, in which he makes a giant shuriken out of it. And the tracking on this thing is amazing. I remember I was playing the beta, I literally jumped off the side of a building and turned the corner, and it jumped off the building and turned that corner with me and smacked me. The tracking on this thing is nice, and it does a fair amount of damage. For an attack type that wants to smack some range types that want to stay in the distance without getting close, this is a valuable jutsu. But that is going to be it for Naruto, and we're going to move right into his son, Boruto Uzumaki. Now for Boruto's ultimate jutsu, it is a combination attack that throws a Rasengan at the target. The shadow clones kick up. The Rasengan would damage multiple people. Now, this technique is pretty straightforward. When you activate it, he does a lunging kick forward, and when you come into contact with the target, you will have some shadow clones come out and kick the target up, and at that point you will throw a smaller Rasengan that when it connects with the target, the shadow clones kick up, it'll let out a large explosion damaging multiple people. Now if they don't get Odama Rasengan fixed, I'm pretty sure this will be one of the go-to offensive jutsus for attack types for them to use. Now for his first ninjutsu, if you are not familiar with the Boruto series, this is his Vanishing Rasengan, in which he subconsciously infuses his lightning nature into his Rasengan, causing it to disappear, in which when you throw this, your opponent cannot see it coming and it will deal damage upon making contact. Now for his second ninjutsu, it's a bit of a combination attack in which you start off by lunging at your opponent. You will do a bit of a combo, and then you will use this wind style jutsu to knock them up in a form of tornado, and then you'll make a shadow clone that will then come and finish off the combo, in which they will then fall back to the ground. Moving right into the next one, we have Kakashi Hatake, in which his ultimate jutsu is the Kamui. Now the Kamui is a jutsu performable by his Mangekyo Sharingan, in which he transports the target into another dimension, and this technique is an insta-kill on any threshold of health on any opponent. And basically the downside to this jutsu is that it has a very long cooldown. It takes a lot of energy to get it built, and you will really only be getting this jutsu once per game, and on top of that, it is quite difficult to land. So I don't see a lot of people running this jutsu, but there will be some who do run it simply out of the love for the jutsu and for that insta kill potential. You know, it can come in clutch in some situations. Now for his first ninjutsu, we have the Raikiri. Now it's a technique that penetrates objects with arms that concentrate thunder release chakra, rush to the target, and attack with an intense thrust. Now basically he's conjures up a strong lightning element around his right hand and thrust it into a target. You dash forward, you hit him, and you even go through him. And it does quite a bit of damage, and it's pretty basic, pretty simple. You activate it, you can hold it similar to the Rasengan to wait for that opponent to come around or to switch targets if you want to. Holding the jutsu does not increase its damage potential, and the same goes for Rasengan and Chidori for Sasuke, but I'll talk about that tomorrow in the range type section. But yeah, it does not increase the damage by holding it at all. And for his second ninjutsu, we have the Sharingan, and the Sharingan is basically a free substitution, but it only works against moves in ninjutsu that damage you. It does not work against moves that simply capture you, such as the water prison jutsu, the paralysis jutsu. I'm pretty sure the shadow possession jutsu will also fit into this category. Yamato's ult with the wood forest thing in which he grabs opponents. Sharingan only works on jutsus that damage you, so beware of kunai, use it sparingly, but this jutsu does add a lot of sustain to the attack types, so it is valuable in that sense. Now moving right into pain, his ultimate is the planetary devastation. I am not going to say the Japanese version just not to butcher which version it is. And basically you create a sphere of gravitational energy and you throw it towards an opponent, and basically everyone within that area effect will get pulled into it, and after a certain amount of time it creates a meteor in the sky and you slam it into the ground, dealing damage to everyone that was caught within it. And it is the most crowd control ult that the attack types currently have available within the game, so it will be valuable in that sense. And moving right into his first ninjutsu, we have the Almighty Push, which is an area of effect around the user in which you blow back anyone that is within range of you, relieving pressure, and yeah, basically just relieving pressure and clearing an area. Is very valuable in pretty much all of the game modes for clearing a point. If you're carrying the flag, you can push somebody away from you to get them away from you so you can get closer to securing that flag. And right into the second ninjutsu, we have the Almighty Pull, which is the opposite of the push, of course, and basically you pull opponents towards an area of effect or towards yourself. I believe you get to choose where you want it. I'm not really sure on that aspect. From the image, it seems like it's in a certain area in which you pull targets towards it. It is to my belief that this will also be one of the couple of ninjutsu that will be able to counter the sand shield, so attack types may have this jutsu to use in order to counter sand shield, so that is a plus as well. Now moving right into the last confirmed character for the attack types, and that is Rock Lee. And for his ultimate jutsu, it is the 8 gates, in which it is a technique of unlocking part of the limiter applied to the body and forcibly amplifying it and amplifying your physical abilities. The user receives physical strength. In this description, physical strength means your HP, so you do regain a burst of health when you use this jutsu. You gain attack power and increased mobility while this jutsu is active. It is a stem ultimate jutsu for the attack types, so there you guys go. One of the few transformations that the attack types have accessible to their class. And for his first ninjutsu, we have the Leaf Flash, in which it does a short teleport forward, leading into an axe kick down on top of the opponent's head, resulting in a hard knockdown. And basically, the tracking on this jutsu is a little bit difficult. The target kind of has to be somewhat stationary in order for you to land this technique, but it is very rewarding if you do land it. Now for his second ninjutsu, the translation for the name of the jutsu translates into Konoha Boost, but the description for the technique says that approach at high speed and attack with a spinning kick. The hit target will be blown upwards and you can pursue with other attacks. So it seems like this is a launcher to start a combo in which you will go to them, knock them up into the air, and then you are able to follow them and follow up with a combo at that point in time. So I guess you can use this to either extend some combos or to initiate combos as well. And we're going to move right into the custom created character section because Lee was the last of the 5 attack types that we have confirmed for the game so far. If any more characters are confirmed, I will be sure to cover them. But moving right into the CAC portion of the video, we have starting off with the 7 heavenly breaths, and the description for it says a temporary strengthening of physical ability with a special breathing method. The user continues to recover his physical strength. Remember, in this description, physical strength means your HP, so you recover health over time while this jutsu is active, and their attack power and movement speed also increase. So it seems the difference between this technique and the 8 gates is that you gain health over time while this technique is active. 8 gates is a burst heal, and they both do attack power and movement speed. So I guess the differences would be the health regen over the time, but I guess the 8 gates, the boost to attack power and movement speed will probably be greater to kind of differentiate between the two. And we're gonna move right into the first ninjutsu, the body flicker technique. And basically it's a body technique that activates and strengthens the body with chakra and performs high speed movement that not even the eye can see. When used, move quickly in any direction. It can be used continuously. Now, the last portion of that statement is what has me thinking the most. It says it can be used continuously, so that either means one of two things. Either 1, this technique has no cooldown, or 2, the most likely option is that when you activate this technique, you will have a set amount of time in which you can continually use the jutsu before it then goes on cooldown. And basically this is just a technique in which attack types can use to close that gap very quickly. So if you see that range type in the distance and you really want to close in on them so you can dish out some damage but don't want to risk getting hit by some kunai or fireballs within the process, you will use this jutsu and close that gap very quickly. And this is going to be a very strong tool for attack types to use, seeing as they are the hardest hitting class when it comes to melee attacks. So it is definitely a plus for that class. And moving right into the second ninjutsu, we have another one of Rock Lee's techniques, but you can only stick so many ninjutsu under one mentor, and it is the Leaf Whirlwind, in which you approach the target at a high speed and you attack with a low turning kick. Now this jutsu has a guard break effect to it, which is I believe to be the only guard breaking jutsu that the attack types have available. So basically, you will run up to the opponent really quickly, perform this leg sweeping move. It'll break their guard, and this can hit multiple people, as you can see from the image, and it will knock them back at the same time. So it'll be very good for those skilled opponents who are used to using the block mechanic within the game. Catch them off guard, break their guard, get in close, and dish out some damage. But with that being said, we're going to move right into the second set of default jutsu for the attack type CAC, custom created character, and the ultimate jutsu being the Raikage's lightning cloak. And the description says thunder release chakra is a technique to strengthen the body. The user increases their attack speed, their movement speed, and their defense power, and it does not go down by some attacks. Now, this jutsu does not increase the damage at all. It boosts speed and defense just like it does in the show. It boosts your attack speed and your movement speed and your defense. Now, this is going to be very valuable. I'm believing that the boost to the speed of the character is going to be quite substantial compared to the 8 gates and the 7 heavenly breaths, since it does not give an attack boost at all. So I'm believing that the boost from this jutsu, the movement speed boost and the attack speed boost, are going to be quite substantial, and that defense boost will come in handy as well. This is probably going to be the ultimate jutsu that I run on my attack type quite a bit when I do play attack type, because you know, defense main all day, but I'm not here to start a debate. And moving right into the first ninjutsu, we have the attack type summoning ninjutsu, and that is the snake summon, in which you summon a serpent, and the serpent comes out. It does a spinning attack in the area of effect, and after the time limit for the jutsu goes out, or the snake takes a certain amount of damage, it then goes away. And then you have the second technique, which someone notified me in the comment section of what it looks like, and after taking another look at the description for the jutsu, we can pretty much confirm that this is the lariat technique confirmed by not only the Raikage but by Killer B as well, but more so Killer B, since this is the version that he used in the Storm games, in which he cloaked his arm in chakra, well, lightning chakra, and clothesline his opponent. And basically it says a body art that concentrates thunder release chakra in the arm and drives it to the target at ultra high speeds. The user continues to rush a certain distance and the object in contact with is blown away greatly. Sorry, can't read too much today, but basically it's a strong clothesline. You dash forward a certain distance and whoever you come into contact with, you're gonna knock them back real hard, and that's basically the basis of it. But that is pretty much going to be it for the video today, guys. Let me know what you thought about it down in the comment section below. Do you guys like these types of guides? Share them with your friends who may not know too much about Shinobi Strikers, or may not be, like I said in the beginning of the video, not too much Naruto savvy. And you know, I figured these types of videos would be helpful to newcomers. But yeah, that's going to be it for the video today, guys. Let me know what you thought about it down in the comment section below. If you liked the video, feel free to give it a thumbs up, subscribe for more Naruto to Boruto Shinobi Strikers content, and the range type guide that's going to be tomorrow. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'm out.